Nobody wants to step into a new season with last season's clutter, but likewise you don't want to spend ages decluttering things. So here I am, ready to help you take the guesswork out of what to get rid of. Here are 10 things that you can declutter in June. Hi guys, it's Laura and let's just jump right into it because you're a busy person. You want to know what junk to get rid of in June. So top of the list is any sort of travel toiletries or sample sizes of things. Now, years ago, I used to have a large collection of sample sizes of skincare products and I realized I wasn't actually bringing them with me anytime I went anywhere because they were just too small and fiddly and awkward. So I ended up just buying myself 2 or 3 of these small little bottles and decanting everything into those. And then I have 1 or 2 travel sizes of things that I do actually use, but all the rest I donated, I got rid of. That stuff is small, it's fiddly, it gets all over the place, it takes up space, and you're probably not even using it. Speaking of seasonal things that are just taking up space, let's move over to a closet for this next one. Some of you will remember that last year I tried on every single item in my closet and I removed the things that did not fit me at the time, and this is where I put them into this closet in the guest room. A lot of these clothes were actually shorts and skirts, which is what we're going to be focusing on for this category, but just generally summer wear. Depending on which hemisphere you're in, you're either coming into summer as I am or you have just left summer. I'm sorry for your loss. Do they still fit you? Do they flatter you? Do you feel comfortable and confident in them? If not, consider donating them. Sticking with the seasonal theme, next on the list is anything that you would bring to the beach or to the pool. I'm talking swimsuits, goggles, life jackets, beach towels, like pool toys, anything like that. Last year I was able to get rid of a lot of stuff in this category because my daughter had learned to swim, so I was able to get rid of some of those swimming aids, plus some of the swimsuits that just no longer fit her. Go through your stash of stuff and see what you're actually using. Like if you were going to the beach or if you were going to the pool, what is the stuff that you would actually bring with you? And make those beach and pool days all the more enjoyable because you're not dragging junk with you. Okay, let's move from warm weather to cold weather stuff. I am talking outerwear, so jackets and coats, anything that you would use to bundle up, keep the breeze away from the back of your neck. Are they still in good condition? Are you going to wear them for the next season? Did you wear them the past season? Would you be better passing them along to someone else? And this is a great category because even just getting rid of 1 or 2 coats, because they're bulky, can save you a lot of space in your closet or wherever you keep them. I don't know about you, but when the cold weather rolls around, I want to pull out a coat that I know is going to keep me warm, is going to keep me dry. Some coats are really just for show, aren't they? Very pretty, but not very practical. And frankly, I'm at a stage in my life where I'm all about the practicality. If it's not functional, I'm not interested. Could you pant any louder? Hello. You've already got your big fur coat on, don't you? This next one is one of the banes of my existence, and that is leaflets, flyers, promotional material. The thing is, sometimes they come with a code or a discount or something and you're thinking, well, maybe this is the year I will get someone to clean my windows or clear out my gutters. So you leave it aside thinking it is a service that you might possibly utilize, but then weeks and weeks go by and the stuff is still sitting there. If that's the case for you, weed it all out now. Next on the list is something that I tried to declutter last year, and then my husband simultaneously developed some sort of obsession with growing chilies, but that is plant pots, all of those plastic ones that you get when you buy a plant or a flower or something at the store. Listen, I have bought so many plants over the past year or 2 and I always end up repotting them, so we have all of these plastic ones left. My husband has now started reusing those to grow all of his chilies, so that's fine, but I still have a few additional ones lying around. And now let's go back inside because even though it is changing seasons coming into summer here, it is unseasonably cold this morning. Next on the potential chopping block, and bear with me if this isn't an issue in your house, but that is pet toys and accessories. And she's standing just off screen right here in my face because she knows where I'm going. Hello, yes, I know, but what excuse me. We have this basket here where we keep leashes, her little booties that she wears in winter for the snow, extra bowls, things like that. Can you back it up just a little? No. Okay. Yes, Good girl, you sit there. And in here then we keep some of her toys. Isn't that right? Yes, I know you want to play with them. Apart from even just regular dirt and wear, they can get chewed so that they're no longer in great condition. I know, is it playtime? It's playtime. Moving on to another thing that Jovi is interested in, and that is the fruit bowl. Most specifically, she loves bananas and apples. I know these bananas have seen better days, but they're still grand in the smoothie, so I keep them there. Every now and again, I clean it out. Sometimes I have to try and identify what is at the bottom of it. And because I'm trying to eat a lot healthier, I'm actually going through the fruit rather than buying it with great intentions and then just letting it sit there. Also, recently, I actually finished something that I thought was impossible. I finished a tub of spinach. Usually I'm just getting rid of a tub of green sludge. Clear out your fruit bowl and make sure the stuff in there is still edible. Next on the list is another bane of my existence, and that is school papers and books and accessories, pencils, pens, markers, all that kind of stuff. Scout is in her last week in 3rd grade. And all of this stuff is starting to come home and make piles. Something that helps me keep on top of this, and I do the same with just regular paperwork, is that I will collect it throughout the week. I will ooh and ah over it at the time. And then when the weekend comes, I do a clear out so that it never gets out of hand. But like I said, she's in the last week of school now, so a lot of the stuff that was stored in the school is now coming home. So again, most of this will be heading straight for the recycling. By the by, where do you stand on like school reports and test results and things? Because my husband is one of these people who wants to keep them all. He thinks that you will want to look back on those, whereas I think I don't need to keep the report from kindergarten that said, hooray, she can write her own name now. But where do you stand on that? Keep or discard? Sticking with papers then, because I know it's a huge problem for a lot of people, and if you are one of those people, I will link in the description to specific videos I've done on paper clutter, how to tame it, how to manage it, etc. But for now, we are talking about pieces of paper and post-it notes, little scraps that you might have lying around that you've written lists on, you've maybe taken down a phone number, a reference number, something like that, and they just tend to pile up and end up everywhere. Not only do they end up everywhere, but generally, if a long time has passed, you won't even remember what that note refers to. I used to be terrible for this, taking down somebody's phone number or reference number and then not giving it any context, not putting a name on it or anything, and then stumbling across it 6 months later and being like, who is this? What is this for? Gather them all up and put that information in a central place. So whether that be an app or a notebook, whatever works for you. And if post-it notes do work for you, then yeah, keep up with that system. But try and put some order on them. Try and give context to your notes so that when you do refer to them in future, you know exactly what you were talking about. Now look, we all know that there's no point in decluttering if you're just going to let all of that clutter pile up again. So check out this video where I talk about specific things that I do not buy as a minimalist. They're not all going to apply to you, but you may get some ideas for things that you can stop shopping for. Go check that out. Until next time, Gaurav, Mila Magwav, August Becky May Shift Shikalua. Slán!